Phil Hellmuth is joined by some YouTube and Twitch legends at the high-stakes cash game today. MrBeast, who has a staggeringly 95 million subscribers, is known for some crazy giveaways. Ninja is the most followed streamer on Twitch, and Ludwig, another video game streamer, has millions of followers. This particular hand has split the poker world in half. Phil Hellmuth takes on content creator and recreational poker player called Slime.
Stinky.
Was Phil Hellmuth angling his recreational opponent? Let's get down to the table and find out.
Oh well.
Sure.
Isn't Will's youngest billionaire a baby?
Yeah, I feel like
It's self-made. Yeah.
Sure. Zuckerberg was 31, yeah?
26 and a half.
He was 26 and a half?
Wait, that means I still have time then.
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm gonna have to go really fast though.
You got some good slots in you there.
200 to go right now.
Oh, I'm all right. Thank you there. It didn't work. The depression's there.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no thank you.
700.
700.
What'd you have last?
See?
I had 4 5.
700.
You had so much in there, I thought you would call it.
Call 700.
Oh, it's either that.
Yeah, these hands are not connected at all, unfortunately. Nothing connects, feels weird.
I
man.
call.
Call 700.
Hey, it doesn't matter. You got your 50K.
Yeah, but I mean,
By
you
call,
know,
I mean, I'm
it's gonna
giving
slowly
you
start slipping away. By the way, is the ante gonna
This hand for PokerNews.com starts off casually enough. We have Phil Hellmuth raising it up from early position with the ace-9 offsuit, which is perfectly fine in standard. Notice they are playing very deep stacked here, 100, 200, roughly $50,000 deep, a little bit shallower sometimes, a little bit deeper sometimes. Phil Hellmuth raises it up. Alan Keating on the button decides, Jack 5 offsuit, why not? Slime in the small blind calls with the ace-6 offsuit. I will generally say that hands like ace-6 offsuit, a big card and a little card from out of position, even when it's an ace, it's just not good enough to call here because you are going to be very dominated by Phil Hellmuth's early position raising range and Alan's calling range, although to be fair, we all know Alan splashes around. So Slime does call. MrBeast opts to see the flop with 7-4 offsuit. Again, another pretty loose play. If this was suited, sure, but offsuit, you just have to fold. That said, I will say that in a lot of these casual, loose, splashy games, you will encounter players who play all sorts of junky hands. And that is okay. If you play better cards than them on average and you make better decisions post-flop, the money will flow your direction in the long run, even though every once in a while they're going to get you. Let's see the flop.
go up or not?
No, it's just a cash game.
Yeah, it'll stay flat.
Check dark.
He checked already.
Shouldn't fold the aces.
This could get interesting. We've got an ace-high flop. Phil has Slime out-kicked. MrBeast is going to take a shot at it with absolutely nothing.
There we go.
Phil calls.
I'm all in.
Slime moved all in.
Is there like a live commentators or like annotation on the screen? Yeah. I remember seeing a meme with Forsen. It says, Forsen lost 14 hands in a row, and it's just a picture of him with his glasses on. It's so funny.
MrBeast decides to bulldoze his opponents with the $5,000 lead on the ace-8-2 board. This would be fine, perhaps, maybe, if he was heads up and he could tell his opponent had nothing. But against 3 other opponents, at least one of them is going to have something a lot of the time, and they're just not going to fold. So you're going to find that especially on very uncoordinated boards where there's an ace on the board or maybe a king, you really don't want to do much leading at all because it's just very likely that the initial raiser has one of those 2 cards and is not going to get out of the way. So with a 7-4, check fold, no need for this. Save the 5,000, give it away in your videos. Phil Hellmuth makes what I think to be a pretty standard call with the ace-9. He's probably planning just to call down. But then Slime, playing 35,000 deep, decides to rip it all in. I know this may sound nitty even for a loose, splashy, battle-y game, but I think facing the lead, which I would presume is going to be strong, even though it's clearly not, and the call, which must be something reasonable, either an ace or a draw, with a hand like ace-6, you're going to be incredibly dominated, and you should actually just fold. A big mistake a lot of players make is that they play just way too loose and splashy and multi-way pots. But it's pretty likely someone's going to have something good in a multi-way pot. And if it's not you, it's probably someone else. And the tough thing about this ace-6 here is that when you do shove, you're going to get called by better hands pretty much every time. Let's see what happens now.
Yeah, that's right now. And then the camera gets close and they're talking about you while you're doing it.
I just have no idea what to do here.
Show the table.
And Hellmuth just folded the best hands.
Yeah, it's just you.
Down a shot?
I have ace-9, yeah.
Oh my God, what'd you do? You fold.
Excellent.
Oh, wait. I thought you folded.
No.
Did you not fold?
No, I didn't fold. I'm thinking.
Did you see his hand?
He showed like ace-7 or something. Or ace-6.
No, dude.
I thought you folded.
No, he said show your hand and then he flipped it over.
God.
You showed me the worst hand.
Phil, maybe
I thought you folded.
with a deal.
Yeah, play for
Let's have a
He
deal.
shouldn't be punished for that.
I don't think you should be punished for folding your hand. All right, so what kind of deal?
I don't know.
I guess just take your money back. Or put in 5K.
Yeah, put in 5.
Put in 5,000 fair. What do you think's fair? 5?
Yeah,
5 or 10 or something.
That is a little unlucky.
I've just never seen someone show and then.
We've literally been doing it the whole game.
I know. I'm just not used to
I
it.
think it was confusing that the hands were indexing the way we called it.
I gave you a pretty good deal.
All right, I call it. So next card, yeah?
No, you just
Oh, now it's my
conceding the
action.
pot.
No. What
I
happened?
just
you
folded up.
Yeah, because he's already seen your hand.
Oh, thank you.
We're only charging you 5K. I think that's generous. I don't know, whatever. I don't care.
That's a good deal.
It's all good.
It's a good deal for you.
Interesting.
Next
So
one,
Phil did not fold. He did show his cards, which is totally fine in the cash game. Slime thought he folded.
Don't run it out. We'll get all pissed.
And
no, I
a
wanna see.
little bit of business going there.
Oh my God.
How lucky am I? Where did oh my
Nice
what the
fold.
fuck just happened?
Oh,
my
he would have won.
God.
I would have
No, he would have won.
if I
He
called.
made aces and sixes.
I mean, he had to hit a 6 on the next.
I didn't see that.
He
2
paid
cards.
5K,
It's all right.
And then he forfeited his hand.
Wait, what was your guess on what you saw? You said ace what? Ace-7?
What do you think about Phil Hellmuth's actions in this hand? Was he angling or was he not? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as an added bonus, the comment that gets the most likes 1 week from today will win 1 month of Poker Coaching Premium. Good luck.
Good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm going to hear shuffling poker.
Oh, by the way, let me explain one thing for the view.
I don't mind at all.
This is top 10 most controversial rules in poker. I'm in the highlights right now. Are you allowed to show your
it's
hand
totally
if it's in
fine.
the middle?
Let me just explain this to the table, and Alex to you too. So normally I wouldn't show my hand, but Tom looked, and then Alex said, "Flip your hand up and show us all."
Because we've done it before already. Precedent's been set.
Keating said,
It's all good.
Alan said, flip up your hand, and so then I showed it at his suggestion, just because I was thinking about what to do. So nothing really happened there.
He assumed you went
You
all in.
got a good deal, except you ended up in the end getting fucked because it's 6 games.
Which I shouldn't have known. I shouldn't have known about the turn, so it's okay.
Good argument.
Yeah.
It was a good deal.
All good.
If he was calling, you're in terrible shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I have to call. I don't know. It's a tough spot.
I was shocked when I saw your hand because I would have snapped. I'm not saying you would have, but
Yeah, because I didn't snap, I won the monies.
Phil Hellmuth goes on to explain what happens in this hand, saying that someone at the table said, show your cards. I want to make it really clear. When Phil Hellmuth passed his cards forward, past the betting line, which, by the way, does not play in this game, I am sure. Look how close it is to the players. That would not be a betting line. He was actually showing his hand to someone else at the table. This was a very loose, very splashy, very casual game. Okay? That's what people do in loose, splashy, insane games. They show their cards to each other, they have fun, they're having a party. Now, whenever Phil did this, he was like, oh, you want me to show my hand to everybody? So Phil turned his hand face up. But apparently Slime, I think, at the same time thought, oh, that means for me to turn my hand face up? Okay. Which was clearly not right. In this hand, Phil Hellmuth was definitely not trying to angle Slime. They were having a loose, splashy, very casual 100, 200 game with $50,000 stacks. So, what happens in this scenario, given Phil Hellmuth clearly did not fold, even though I realize from this very, very cropped in angle, it looks like Phil Hellmuth took his cards and pushed them into the muck. I think they actually settled it pretty fairly. I think, if anything, if I was in Phil Hellmuth's shoes, what I would have said is, you give me the pot, you take back your money, we move forward. I think that's probably about reasonable, very in favor of Slime, who we know is not a high-stakes professional poker player who clearly made an error. And Phil Hellmuth said, we'll do that, but you give me $5,000 on top and then we'll call it a deal, which is probably closer to equitable, still probably not so bad for Slime. Now, I would say, if you're going to make Slime put in 5K, I think Phil should have to put in 5K, then they run it out. But that's not what they did. Slime put in 5K, pushed the pot to Phil, and that was the resolution. And again, that's not like all that bad for Slime. Now, what I want to focus on is what could Slime have done differently, given he is not a professional poker player and is probably out of his element a bit. And that's a tough thing to actually decide, like how much you want to really be rigid and protect yourself in these spots. I would recommend you don't do anything until the dealer tells you to. You should be communicating with the dealer on a very regular basis, especially when you're not 100% sure what is going on. And you're not going to be 100% sure a lot of the time. So in this spot, Phil passes his cards forward, showing it to other people at the table. What do you do? What do you do? Well, you just sit there. You have to sit there. You have to sit there and do nothing until the dealer pushes you the pot. And if the dealer does not push you the pot, you do not turn your hand up until the dealer tells you to turn your hand up. Simple as that. You must protect yourself before you wreck yourself. And Slime got a little bit wrecked in this one, especially given how the board ends up running out. So this is a tough scenario. I realize that the exact camera angle makes Phil look bad, but I can guarantee you he's not angling his opponents. He's not trying to do anything to take advantage of the fact that his opponents are very, very recreational beyond sitting at the table and playing pretty good poker. I'm also very sure Phil Hellmuth was not going to fold this hand. He was hemming and hawing for the cameras. This is a spot where you absolutely cannot fold the ace-9, given there's a bunch of draws available, and also given your opponents are a little bit more recreational and may drastically overvalue a random ace or a random 8. So I know that the poker Twitter community wants to try to make a lot of outrage about this hand, but there's really nothing to see here. It really is that. A lot of people want to look at ways to try to drag down people who are doing well in the poker community, and anything people can do to try to drag Phil Hellmuth down, they do. Love him or hate him, he really did not do anything all that abnormal in this spot. I realize maybe showing the hand to the other people at the table may be viewed as out of line or cheating 2 players to a hand. No, it's not. It's a loose, splashy, casual home game for all practical purposes here at Hustler Casino Live. If you watch their stream, you know their stream is usually a little bit lax, as a lot of high-stakes games are, where, to be fair, it's just a bunch of friends playing. And I think, if anything, Phil Hellmuth gave Slime a pretty reasonable deal, because the rules, in this case, would say, Slime, put your money in, Phil Hellmuth, put your money in, all $35,000 of it, run it, and that clearly would have been really, really good for Hellmuth, because he is in great shape. So that's going to be it for today. Don't get outraged by nothing. That would be my biggest tip to all of you. Good luck in your games. Have fun. Make the most of your opportunities. And when you are playing in a game where it's not crystal clear what the rules are or what you're supposed to be doing, confirm them and protect yourself before you wreck yourself.